Should be live, I think. Hello. I feel like shit. Should be live. I sound like shit. Everything's shit. Staying home from work today because Grace has had the COVID for like 3 or 4 days. We're pretty sure I got it. I mean, it'd be really difficult not to. So I thought this would be a fun way to start. I'm making YouTube thumbnails all morning, waiting for some people to filter in. Anyway, I'm making YouTube thumbnails all morning, and I knew the patch was going to launch at 9 o'clock my time. So I refreshed the page, and I finally see a thing pop up. I'm like, hell yeah, the patch notes are out. All right, let's make a thumbnail real quick. Let's get this stream up, because I don't get early access to this stuff, so I got to make it on the fly. Open this page, and it's like, error 404 not found. I'm like, well, that's real fucking helpful. So that's my thumbnail now. Blog doesn't work. You have to watch a 30-minute video from a YouTuber. Oh, goody. See, it just says patch notes 1.3, page not found. Let me see the patch notes. Let me see it. Let me see it. Work, you have to watch a 30-minute video from a YouTuber. I am going to be so pissed if other people have patch videos out, which means they got early access, and then CA didn't even get their shit right. I mean, Turin didn't launch anything. Rubber Duck didn't launch anything yet. I have 2 Discord notifications. What is it? Oh, it's Llama. Hi, Llama. Still no patch for me? Yeah. So, you guys are downloading the patch, but we don't know what's in it. Am I understanding that correctly? Because it's a bit awkward. It's a bit awkward. CA, if you could do me a favor and get this shit right, please, for once. The Great Book of Grudges. Oh, okay. Llama's helping me out. Well, then where did he get this shit? June 27th. June 27th? This has been out for 3 days? You know, it'd be nice. It'd be nice if I could get early access to like one thing. Like one thing. Oh, hey, join the CA partnership program. You'll get early access, early tidbits of news, and all this stuff. They have told me all of 2 things early. And most of them were just like hints. They weren't even like physical things. They were like, eh. So you guys know there will be some news about Immortal Empires coming out tomorrow, and I'm like, this is the groundbreaking news we've been waiting for. And then they give it out to other people, like Great Book of Grudges, early, apparently. Be real nice. Real nice if I could make content on things without having to scramble in live time. But at least they get their live shit together. At least it's not like they'll release something, bait me into starting a video, and then fuck up the release so that I can't actually cover it, so I have to watch somebody else cover it and cover them covering it, because CA is really fucking good at this. Really incredibly good at this. Anyway, Grace is working from home, so I should probably shut the door if I'm going to be this mad. So Hazel, you need to move. 1 second. Hazel, go, 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 go. They've had it for 3 days. They didn't tell me. Old hummus boy. I had to wait live like everybody else, and they fucking. Part of this is a bit. Part of this is me trying to be entertaining, and part of this is me actually being pissed off. Downloading the patch as if I would even have the game. Patch the patch notes. Anyway. Let's see what the hell this is. Regiments round 2. So I'm watching Great Book of Grudges video because he actually has a video out on it because he got the fucking notes! But whatever. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I don't... Okay. Anyway. Sorry. Just trying to get my shit together. Regiments round 2. Whole set of elite troops. Ooh, okay. This time with a focus on mounted units. Don't do that. Come on. Nobody, literally no one in Regiments Round 1 was said, I'm glad all of the super elite units got Regiments of Renown. No one. Almost everybody I talked to wants different Regiments of Renown. Not like everybody's worst infantry gets one. Everybody's best infantry gets one. Ah. Hey, Lindsay, how you doing? Anyway. Land battles have rejoined the ranks matchmaking queue. That's good. Marion can probably use Eye of the Storm ability in combat. Okay. Character trait reworks and skill trait upgrades for Legendary Lords. Several adjustments to make the Realm of Chaos less punishing or tedious. God damn, they're still adjusting that. The additional character trait reworks is interesting because this game is new. You know what I mean? Or like Warhammer 2, when they did a Balthazar Gelt or a Volkmar the Grim rework, that was okay because those were Game 1 characters that were over like 3 or 4 years old at that point. If you already have to rework your character traits in a game that's 4 months old, it's not great. Scrucier, no Napalm, shameful to spray. Shameful to spray! Anyway. Much needed adjustments to how the AI Tzeentch faction utilizes changing of ways. Dude, fuck the AI Tzeentch factions. I was playing a Cathay campaign recently, and like every 4 or 5 turns, they would do the thing where it's like, your entire faction can't move. You waste an entire turn. Fuck you, stand still. And it's like, okay, do you do this to anyone else, or do you just do this to the player faction? And it's just the player faction. They don't do it to any of the other AI factions, because fuck them. Improvements to the Cathay formation ability. I don't like that at all. They improved. So their stated intention with the Cathay formation attack was to give them melee defense. There it is. Now I can, 17 minutes late, I can react on my own. Anyway. They said they were going to increase melee defense and have units attack. Like, the problem with formation attack is your units would stand in a line. They wouldn't do anything. And if the guy on the left was attacked, the guy on the right would stand there and be like, you got it, Jeff? Jeff, you got it? Jeff, oh, Jeff died. Ricky, you got it? Ricky, you got it? So then their stated intention was, well, we'll make them more responsive to their friends getting attacked. And it's like, well, then that's called normal. That is called the normal stance every other faction has. When you are attacked, you'll respond. So they just get a melee defense buff. If this works, like if it doesn't work, then it still sucks. And if it does work, then Cathay gets a melee defense buff, which they don't need. Cathay already boxes like a motherfucker. They already have some of the best low-tier infantry in all 3 games combined. Why do they need more melee defense? It's just going to make boxing worse. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. Anyway. Fixes the Kurgan Warband spawn rates during the Grand Cathay campaign. That has been rather annoying. Literally every time you kill them, they just pop back up. But I've been EXP and money farming them, so actually I like how quickly they spawn because I'm just squashing them. Numerous improvements to units' responsiveness to orders and movement commands in battle. I didn't know we were still dealing with that, but okay. AI improvements to their battle strategy, as well as fixes to prevent them from abusing skills and abilities. Fixes for player-reported issues and feedback notes. And more. I love the and more note. This isn't the CA thing. This is a general life thing. I love when someone says and more. It's like, well, just leave that out. Team's already hard at work on Update 2.0, which bring a load of new features, DLC, and of course the highly anticipated moment, Immortal Empires game mode. We will have a load of new information coming your way in the weeks to come, so stay tuned. Keep the love for Warhammer 3 coming. There's not a lot of love for Warhammer 3 at all right now. That's a disingenuous statement. Okay. Dune Spice Wars gets a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I saw Torrens been playing that, but his viewership when he plays it is abysmal, so I'm not super keen to pick it up. It's also a beta right now, right? All right, release Spotlight. Regiments of Renown 2. Okay, it's all cavalry. The Righteous Lances of Wajin, Great Long Riders. Guardian, immune to psychology, armor-piercing attacks. Okay. That's fine. I don't have any issue with it. It's whatever. Heralds of Khorne's Fury, the Blood Crushers. Not the Skull Crushers. These are the anti-infantry variant. These are not the anti-large. So Blood Crushers. Confers weakness to fire on all enemy units within the area of effect. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. I like that. No issues there. Both Brothers of Tor, Werber Riders. Bombards all enemies surrounding the unit with lightning strikes, applying the blinded contact effect to affected enemies. Limited to use. Damage modifier magic attacks. Those guys are going to be very strong. It depends on how expensive they'll be, but yeah. Blinded is a big stat debuff. I think it's melee attack and melee defense. So that'll be really strong. Those will be really strong. Pox Riders of Nurgle. Pox Riders of Nurgle suck ass, so let's see what this is going to be. Passive restores vigor to nearby allied units. Passive reduces the potency of enemy weapons and mass of units caught within the area of effect. This is only active when the unit is engaged in melee and they have increased armor. Hot take. There's going to be a bug with that. Something about the wasting sickness is not going to work and the mass of units will become like 0 or something and they'll start glitching into the ground. I'm just going to call that out front. Human Boy, you have early access. You know that's coming. No, I don't. I don't have early access to shit. Case in point that I'm reading this now. Anyway. Calling it. Stuff's going to go to 0 mass and like fall through the floor. Sky Striders. Crushers with great weapons. Oh my god. Wait. So Pox Riders of Nurgle are the most expensive cav. Warbear Riders are the most expensive cav. Great Long Riders are the most expensive cav. Crushers with great weapons are the most expensive cav. Heartseekers of Slaanesh are the most expensive cav. Doom Knights of Tzeentch are the most expensive cav. Why did Khorne only get the Blood Crushers? Why didn't he get the Skull Crushers? Or did they misspeak? That doesn't seem right. He's the only one that didn't get the correct, well, not the correct, the most expensive ROR, or did they misspeak in their patch notes? Did I already update, or what's going on here? My Doom Knights don't have an ROR, so it doesn't look like I updated. Oh, fuck off. Anyway, if that is true, it's the Blood Crushers, not the Skull Crushers. Scheduled? We'll do it now, you degenerate. Oh, unscheduled, because I need to close that. Download it now, you fucking idiot. Alright, 64 gigabytes. Sorry, 60 gigabytes. That's going to be a bit. I'll check back in on that. More to come. Anyway, where were we? The Sky Striders. Contact effect. Reduces the speed of enemies struck in melee. Increase weapon damage and missile resistance. Okay, that's also fine. Where's Norska? I don't know. That long banana is suspiciously close to my ROR long mount. Oh, I see. Well, loopy. Just sue him. Quick battle doesn't let you pick the mode. What? No, wait, Zep, what? No, Zep. That's not a thing. Zep, you're a liar, and I refuse to believe you. I need to check that. Zep claims, and he's probably right, but claims you can't pick what mode you're playing. You have to play Dom or land battles. Oh god, and then also what maps did they pick for land battles? Jesus Christ. Anyway, Eternal Entourage, Heartseekers of Slaanesh. Passive, Obsessive Adoration, empowers the melee attack and weapon strength of all friendly lords and heroes within the area of effect. Attribute, Perfect Vigor. Okay, seems fine. And then Abailing Searing Torment active. Bombards enemies directly below with fire damage. Also confers Warp Flame Contact effect. Carries more uses than normal, but the ability only recharges once in melee combat. Limited use. This is confusing me. Carries more uses than normal. What's normal? Does that mean normal Doom Knights of Tzeentch get a rock drop ability, and these guys also get one? Like, what's normal? Normal is 0. What are you talking about? Anyway, land battles join the rant. Oh my god, Zep's right. Participants now have a 50-50 chance of entering either land battle or domination. They queue up for a match. The following are available. This is the worst. I'm not trying to overreact. This is legitimately the worst decision. Let me tell you why. The complaints from the community were, this was all pitched. This was all pitched as domination mode is going to replace land battles. There are people out there who, that's fine. This is fine. But there are people out there who prefer domination mode. There are people out there who prefer land battles. Now we have an us versus them mentality, right? And then their solution was, hey everybody, we'll add land battles back. You can play land battles. Everybody went woo. Woo! Everybody went woo. And then their implementation is 50-50? How many people do you think are going to enter a fucking game that want to play domination mode and they get paired with someone who wants to play domination mode? But like, that's like a quarter of the time. Because it's like, if you enter a domination mode, you have a guy who wants to play domination mode. You have a guy who wants to play land battles. The land battles guy leaves. You re-queue up. You get into a land battle game. Well, you want to play domination. You leave. You queue up. You get into domination mode. The other guy wants to play domination mode. Holy shit, you finally get to play a game. Or, you want to play land battles. You get into a domination queue. You skip. You want to play land battles. You get into a land battle. The other guy wants to play domination mode. He skips. You get into land battles. The other guy wants to play land battles. Great. You both ready up your blind picks. You get Slaanesh versus Nurgle. You leave because you don't want to play that shitty matchup. You get into land battles. You get into land battles. The other guy wants to play domination mode. He leaves. You get into domination mode. You don't want to play domination mode. You leave. Like, I can foresee this being so fucking hard to get a goddamn game. Oh my god, that is so stupid. That is the stupidest thing. I do not foresee that being good. The following maps are available in the land battle pool. Floating farms? Why? Waste of Slaanesh is fine, I think. Blastlands is fine. Silver Spire is a shit land battle. And that's a bunch of the domination mode maps. Why? But I just dodged Ranger for Dom, and then he had him dodge me for land battles. Yeah, so it literally just happened to Zep. God damn it, that is so stupid. Anyway, so the complaints of the community, it's like, oh, you guys don't like the domination mode maps. And land battles, in my video about land battles, I pointed out how many fucking maps there are. Okay, it's done. I pointed out how many fucking maps there are. Where's the ultimate of our ultimate darkness? I don't know. Alright. Anyway. Llama sending me some stuff, so I got distracted. But I need to check something. So, like, for visual representation, they're the Knights of Immolation. So I just gotta check. Khorne might be they're the only faction that didn't get their most elite cavalry to get their thing. Whatever. Anyway, I digress. You have all these land battle maps. All of them. And then in your patch notes, you're like, we'll take these ones. What are these 5? Domination maps. People are complaining about how few maps there are for domination mode, which I can't even look at because I forgot it's still not AI supported. Right, multiplayer lobbies, host battle. Map setup. Anyway, domination mode, you have like these few maps, and you go, yep, play land battles on those maps. Not play land battles on these maps, but land battles on these maps. Also, land battles on these maps? Battle for It says fucking tiny, but it's okay. What even was the other thing? Death Pass Arnheim. Arnheim sucks. Broken Lake Gully's okay. The Silver Spire Death Pass. But, like, these are not really good maps for These are not really good maps for land battles at all. Because you have a central choke point, which people are going to have to walk through, otherwise they'll take a bunch of range damage. Or you walk the long way around. I don't know. It's not great. How did you make every wrong decision? The human boy is worse than it looks. I'm worse than I look? Damn. Are there any new Dom maps? I didn't see it yet. I'll leave that up in case I need it. Oh wait, not that. I'll leave that up in case I need it. Hold on. I have something to show you that it's coming out soon. All right, we got a new game coming out. We need some maps. Okay, how to draw maps. Well,
this is coming out soon.
All right, we first stop putting trees in the middle of everything. All right. What if one team starts like this? Sir, what is that? It's just a hill. One team starts on just a hill. One team just gets a giant hill. But what about the other team? The other team's in a pit. The other team's in a pit. They don't get to play the game. And what if more trees? Sir, that's terrible. Sorry.
The video's coming out soon, but that's how I feel right now.
Battle for Itza came from Warhammer 2. It was the exact same then. Yeah, I know Battle for Itza was in Warhammer 2, but Battle for Itza was not at any Warhammer 2 tournaments because it's not a good land battle map. It's too small. It's too small for anything besides just hard rushing. So people didn't use it. Anyway. Oh, God. The equivalent of picking to play campaign, you get a lord randomly out of any race, stick it with it, and try again until you want. Yeah. Anyway, game, stability, and performance. Skip. Improved how UI assets are loaded over extended sessions. Skip. Cursor and benchmarks. Skip. Fix an issue with certain character resources being loaded during gameplay, causing frame rate spikes. Okay, that's hopefully a good change. Fish a rare crash triggering with the AI defending in battle. Okay. Alpha fade out death for blue horse. Ensure their bodies are cleared from the battlefield upon their death. Okay. Battle for Itza is one of the better Warhammer 3 maps, which is saying something, because it was one of the worst Warhammer 2 maps, so it's meh. Anyway, fix several instances where descriptive text of buildings failed to account for the latest balance changes. Okay. Don't care about any of that. Gameplay. Instances where ranged units hold their fire because of friendly units in their line of fire. Overlapping units are now considered as part of the same unit. This should ensure that ranged units more consistently carrying out firing orders. Good change, like it. Smaller multiple artillery and chariot units will no longer have collision when killed. This will help alleviate larger entities such as Ogre, Morph, and Cathay have trouble pathing and destroying artillery pieces. Good change, like it. Tzeentch, Nurgle, Slaanesh technologies, don't care. Armies fleeing from the Bastion gates, don't care. Autonomous riders on other entities are now properly reset after resurrection. This allows burning chariots to continue shooting where they previously prevented from doing so. Okay, good change. Fixed bug where match combat was not triggering for infantry units. I don't know what that means. Fixed bug where certain items from... Fix a bug which prevents certain items from expanding the Winds of Magic reserve. That doesn't sound like a good change. It sounds like more infinite Winds of Magic bullshit, but okay, whatever. Flying cavalry units remain airborne after a unit previously charged an enemy ground unit. Good change. Flying units would wander aimlessly around after abandoning melee combat. Good change. Units referred to enter settlements when issued multiple attack orders. Probably a good change. Don't care. Order to attack group of units would include ranged units when I have a valid position where ranged units could fire on the enemy. Good change. Attrition from plagues become very frustrating to deal with in the game. No, really? What? No. I love taking constant damage for 8 turns consistently, getting 1 turn to heal a little bit, then getting another fucking plague. Anyway. Base duration decrease. Attrition effects of the flux with an increase in casualties from attrition. Okay. Nurgle might suck now, but that's just because it's kind of toxic design. It's good to be... It's fun to be the Nurgle player. It is not fun to play against Nurgle in campaign. And I just think that's a basic design problem with having a disease lord. So then if you either you make him suck and everybody else is a better time, or you make him annoying and everybody's a bad time. They just don't care about multiplayer because you're a smaller part of the community though at this point. Maybe, but even then, their decisions don't make sense. Like if they didn't care about us, they wouldn't do anything. But doing things wrong is just annoying. Demon Princes. Pass. We noticed that the Tzeentch AI's faction change in the ways has become quite irritating, as such to change the name. Minor Tzeentch factions can no longer use the changing of the ways in the realm of Chaos campaign. Thank God. Increase the cooldown applied to AI factions by 70%. Thank God. Both good changes. Pass. hey, I made a video about this, and then they listened to me, and I probably got no credit. And I didn't get early access. Still salty. Still bitter. Spells. Direct damage spells now deal magical damage, meaning that physical resistance no longer serve as a layer of defense as it did previously. But why did it work that way? Why did it work that way at all? Why did direct damage spells deal physical damage? Meaning you got spell resistance and physical resistance? That might explain why Spirit Leech and all these other spells have sucked so much ass until right now. We'll have to see them. We'll have to see if they're any good now. But still, what are you doing? Why was it physical damage? Mana reserve effects, such as those provided by the Jade Amulet, are now correctly applied, preventing an issue which could result in infinite magic reserves. I'll believe it when I see it, but sure, this time you fixed it. Third time's the charm. They just need to get Barry and the intern off the multiplayer designs. Yeah. Who made that video about, like, there was going to be... I don't remember if it was about this game. Was that Joseph Anderson? Yeah. Joseph Anderson is like a YouTube documentarian for video games. He doesn't put out nearly enough videos, but at one point he said, like, there was this person named, like, Barry, and all bad ideas came back to Barry. And it was like, it was clear that there was 5 devs on this team, and 4 of them had good ideas, and then there was Barry, and the fact that they let Barry touch this game was really annoying. But anyway, I digress. Traits for defeating things? I honestly don't care. You can check that out if you want to. Demons of Chaos? Don't care. Grand Cathay, dev note. In update 1.3, we wanted to provide a solution for Cathay when it comes to their ability to hold the line in infantry combat, which is already too good, but fine. As a ranged focus faction, this is a critical element of their gameplay. As a ranged focus faction, it is critical their frontline holds. Shouldn't that be their weakness? But whatever, I digress. Which is why we're making Harmony... What? Why? No! Why? Why did you buff this bullshit-ass battle harmony? They're just gonna box harder. What is wrong with you? And yes, they're balancing around domination mode, human boy. I know they're balancing around domination mode, but it's still a stupid fucking decision. What is this battle harmony of bullshit? They just give them more stats? More stats? This ranged focus faction's infantry lose the infantry fight eventually. Sure, they lose slowly. Sure, peasant long spears always get 5,000 value in land battles, even though they're a 350 cost unit. They're by far the most efficient unit on this entire roster. What the fuck are you doing? Well, you know what they need? Melee attack. Why? Why are you doing this? Yes, they're shit at domination mode, maybe because domination mode wasn't built for fucking Grand Cathay. You made a super slow fucking faction with low leadership and low armor. What are they really good at? Boxing! You know where the boxes are super toxic and annoying for me to try host tournaments? Land battles! You know what this does? Makes land battles for Cathay even fucking worse. They're so good already, they're just gonna box even harder. Now they're gonna win the boxes even harder. And don't worry, I guarantee you in domination mode, they'll still be shit. You know why? Because they're not designed for domination mode. They're too slow. Anyway, I digress. Cathay got a nerf. I'll believe it when I see it. For now, Harmony got a buff. For some reason. Hooray, boxing. Crane Gunner bullet penetration reduced from 2 to 1. Probably a good change. Crane Gunner's multiplayer cost reduced. Probably fine. I talked about this before. I liked Crane Gunners how they were. I know they were strong. People are like, wow, the Cathay player likes Crane Gunners. Yeah, but hear me out. They were not that good at taking down single entities at all. they weren't that good against cav units. They're mostly for infantry and flying units, which was interesting. And then they were expensive. So you're paying a lot of money for a crane gunner, which is super fragile, to take out elite infantry. And if there wasn't elite infantry, the crane gunners could have troubles getting their value back. In domination mode, maybe they were too strong. I don't know. I'm a land battle person, so that's what I know. See, I realize that Dowie are preferred by busy bee humies that work 6 jobs and need to AFK while making dinners to making more factions like them. Anyway. So crane gunners are cheaper now. They get less bullet penetration, so they'll delete ranged infantry. They'll delete infantry a little less quickly, but they are cheaper, which is fine. Fire range rocket ranged increase. Multiplayer cost reduced again. I've already been seeing a little bit of use from them from certain players, so I'm kind of excited to see some more stuff from them. They're neat. They're interesting. Like, why? What's the point? Who asked for this? Sky Lanterns get more hit points. They get 1,000 more hit points. Oh yeah, because my problem with Sky Lanterns is how Furies can surround and kill them so easily. Actually, I can just put, not even a Lord. You know what, just a basic Sky Lantern. Wait, why am I Cathay? Hold on. Let's do Nergi. Cathay. Put a Lord Magistrate on the ground. I don't give a shit about you. Just take off all your stuff. Get fucked, idiot. Because I know the Sky junk was nearly impossible for Furies to kill. I honestly hadn't tested the Sky Lantern too much, but they're usually too tanky anyway. So giving them 1,000 more health is just annoying. Yin Harmony now provides speed, 6% to 12%. Yeah, that's great. Skyline's cheaper is cool. They are cheaper, but they don't need to be tankier. Like, a million Furies attacking them takes them down. As they should. Okay, so they're not as bad as the Sky Junk. There. My rage is subsided somewhat. Fucking Sky Junk. Furies can't touch a Sky Junk. Does it have armor? Oh, 80 armor would help. Yeah, okay. Cheaper and more health. Still don't think they needed more health, but fine. You win this round, CA. You win this round. Zhao Ming loses 200 gold. That's good. Might make him playable. Fixed an issue which prevented Mao Ying from using Eye of the Storm. Formation attack. Soldiers who have the activated ability will now more actively seek out combat, making it far more effective in frontal engagements. So then what's the point? That's why I'm confused, is what's the point? Formation attack, who have it activated, will now more actively seek out combat. Okay, then that's just normal formation. Like, normal formation does that. What does formation attack do? Why is it a thing? I would vote it is nothing. It's stupid. No longer mutually exclusive. All 3 abilities can be selected at the same time. Okay. Excellent administrators. These are things. Zhao Ming is clearly the best Lord pick. You can't deny me now. He's fine in certain things. These are all campaign things. So I did want to check one other thing. Versus AI. Grand Cathay. Get rid of that. I need 2 Peasant Long Spears. They said something in the pre-patch that formation attack would give melee defense, and now all of a sudden it's not in there. And I would not be surprised if they just forgot to write it down. So I'm just going to check real quick. And Lindsay, fair test. I was just seeing, because like the Sky Junk can get surrounded by Furies and not take any damage at all. So I was worried that the Lanterns would do the same, but they seem fine. Okay, so they have the same stats. No melee defense buff there. So how do you guys act differently? Cultists are dead? Hopefully, but hang on. I'll get there. So this guy's formation tag on. Okay. Alright. I don't see much of a benefit in it, but whatever. Seems fine. The Alchemist elixirs that never got picked now get 2 uses. Probably still won't get picked, but we'll see. Blood Reaper got a cost decrease. Flesh Hounds get a cost increase. Gate of Corn now starts with a 60-second cooldown that'll only count down when in melee combat. Greater Gate of Corn. What's the Greater Gate of Corn? I don't know what that one is. We're overall happy with Corn's battle balance at the moment. The only exception of the cultists who across the board will now be in melee to recharge initial cooldown of their summons. Okay. Replace the leadership effect with melee attack plus 5 for Bloodletters. So that's a technology thing. Making a handful of delicate tweaks to Kislev as we focus on their mid-tier and high-tier units' performance. On particular note are the Elemental Bears and Ice Guard, which we want to ensure that both are presented in a slightly more character-rich way. The Elemental Bear already has the visual effects of a Cold Aura, so we're giving him the Chilling Aura passive ability, which slow down nearby enemy units and stack with Frostbite attacks and Kislev spells. As for the Ice Guard, we're emphasizing their magic armor by granting them natural spell resistance. Cool. Boris Ursus now gets Frostbite. Yay, Boris buffs, even though he's already the best land battle lord. Buffs for armored costers to great weapons. Dawes' Hearthblades. Got a nerf. Interesting. Elemental Bears. Reduced cost and Chilling Aura. Yay! I don't really like that unit. I don't think it's very fun, so I'm excited to see it back in the game. Yay. Ice Guard get spell resist. Ice Guard get more armor. Ice Guard get a cost decrease. Wing Lancers get increased charge bonus. So big Kislev buffs. Well, not big, small, but a lot of them. Skills in the first group. Okay, don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Multiplayer cost increases for Dawes Brazier. That's probably a good thing. Greater Gate is a Bloodthirster summon? Oh, okay. Chilling Aura and Frostbite stacks. Yeah, that is going to be really annoying. Nurgle. Nurgle's been performing much better in battle since update 1.2. Aside from the cultist summon Teaks, we're only making slight multiplayer cost adjustments this time around. Festering Stooges, cost increase. Damn it. Plague Drones of Nurgle, cost decrease. It's fine. 30-second cooldown. Gate of Nurgle. Good change, I guess. Everybody says cultists are dead now. Are they? Like, just a 30-second cooldown? The cultist of Nurgle stays in the... Like, the problem with the cultist of Nurgle is you can't kill that little bitch, and you just knock him around because he's a foot character. So having a 30-second cooldown on your summon's not going to be a big deal, because it's going to be there for like an 8-minute game. Anyway. Airborne Ogres. Oh, rank 7 and above. So these are, like, skills. That's fine. Locus of Virulent now also grants 100% ammo to Soul Grinders. What? 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 Are they only talking about campaign? If they're only talking about campaign, then you need to name your shit differently, because I have the Locus of Virulence here. It's a campaign thing here? Well, why do they name it the exact same as an ability? That's not my fault. They named it the exact same thing. Like they have the Lore of Tempest and they have the Spell of Tempest. That ain't my fault. Ammo's 14. His ammo's not 14. It's a campaign tech. Yeah, but I have the Locus of Virulence. It's not my fault they named it the exact same thing. Dumbasses. Just saying. They don't have tech and multiplayer? They shouldn't name everything the same, Cuden. That's my point. Shouldn't name everything the same. Now it starts a 30-second cooldown that only count when below 75% hit points. But they must be 75%. But when below 75% hit points, yeah, they take damage, they just sit at the bottom forever. The cultist has regen? I mean, I guess, but they still take a lot of, like, one Terracotta Sentinel hit, and he'll fall below that. I digress. I still think Cultists of Nurgle are going to be great, because honestly, here's the thing, is honestly, my Cultists of Nurgle, let's load up one of my builds so you know I'm not lying. Nurgle versus Kislev 2, there's a Cultist in it. I have not touched this Cultist. I didn't even take his stupid gate, because I don't think Plague Bearers are that good to summon. I took him for Warrior Brain, Icon of Eternal Virulence, that thing, and then his Armor Sundering. And his 50 melee attack. And how tanky he is. I didn't even take the stupid gate. So I think in land battles, Cultists will still be really good. Personally. Did I miss a rant about the new ladder? Yes, you did. Neckbet, yes, you did. You did. It's very stupid. You'll have to rewind and watch it because I'm not doing it again. It was very impassioned and it can only be done once. Ogre Kingdoms are currently content with the state of Ogre Kingdoms in battle, but will continue to keep an eye on them. Campaign... Okay, pass. Battles... Probably a good thing. Stonehorn introduced their missile resistance to... Wow! Okay, that is a big nerf, but also a nerf they needed. Reduce missile resistance from 35 to 20. Oof. Combat skills for Grease Gold and Tyrants now only have 2 levels as opposed to 3. That sounds like campaign stuff, and all this is campaign stuff. Okay, so Ogres are largely untouched except for Stonehorns took actually a pretty big nerf. That missile resist is going to hurt them. Slaanesh for boosting the stats of... Like, real quick though, this feels like Norsca all over again. In the way that, like, Norsca's Seafang, Pendulum, Burning Head combo was too good, but the rest of their roster wasn't very good. So then... They were like, we got it, we'll nerf Seafang and Pendulum. And then it's like, well, Norsca kind of sucks now, can we get a little help? We got it, we'll increase the cost in some of your units. Okay, well, Norsca kind of sucks now, can we have some help? We got it, we'll nerf Frenzy. Okay. Why do you keep nerfing Norsca? It feels this way with the Ogre Kingdoms. Like, they were cancer in land battles for a while because of their double Stonehorn bullshit, which I haven't seen in a while because everybody figured out how to beat it. And it's like, man, double Stonehorns are too strong. And Cia's like, got it. Nerf Stonehorns. And it's like, no, this faction's useless without Stonehorns. Got it. Nerf Stonehorns. But now one of your 7 factions is going to be shit. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I agree. Deadly Bunnies. Slaanesh, we're boosting the stats of Demonettes, Exalted Demonettes, as well as Soul Sent passive. This should ensure that the infantry heavy playstyle is significantly more relevant going forward. Cultists of Slaanesh will also be seeing changes to their summoning abilities, which will force them to commit to combat. Alright, I already thought Cultists of Slaanesh were bad, but that seems fine. Again, if anybody is going to get into the comments and be like, actually, Human Boy in Domination Mode, not talking about that. I don't know Domination Mode very well. I'm talking about land battles. Domination Mode, I don't know. It's probably fine. Fix an issue where wanton destruction, properly increase emergency settlements, diplomacy, don't care about that. Demonettes, hit points per model goes up by 3 over all the models, that's actually pretty good. Base damage increased by 50%, charge bonus increased by 50% as well. Exalted Demonettes, charge bonus increased by 7, which is fine, base damage increased by 5, which is really good, and arm piercing damage increased as well is quite good. Soul Sent, bonus armor piercing damage, wow, from 25 to 50%. Okay, so Soul Sent got doubled in potential effectiveness. Gates of Slaanesh has a 15-second countdown that will only count when winning in melee. Because ask Tretch Craventail, winning in melee is a consistent thing that is very reliable. What's that? Storm Vermin with buffs are trading even with Clan Rats? What? That can't be right. Yes, it can, because that is a stupid thing to balance abilities off of. Is multiplayer going to be fun? No. Zero. No. I don't want to be too doom and gloom, but they buffed the Cathay box, they nerfed Ogres' only winning strategy, and they left everything else alone mostly, so no. Sounds like when they start nerfing a faction, they never know when to stop. Remember Vampire Coast? Got pretty much nothing but nerfs after they introduced. True. They did used to be too strong, but they did go too far, and then their solution was, gunnery whites are still good, and that was it. In Update 1.2, we mentioned that we were considering bringing the Blue Horrors in line with their inexpensive infantry units by reducing their available ammunition. This was a massive change to their efficacy, so to maintain their relevance in campaign. Okay. This won't quite make up for losing the ammunition. It looks like that's a campaign-only thing, so we might be fine. We're already working on a new mechanic to aid in the ammunition carrying capacity of the Tzeentch roster that will reveal in Update 2.0. Stay tuned for more about this soon. That makes me nervous, but I'm sure it's going to be fine. What? Wow, they nerfed their ammunition again. We mentioned, okay, so they did say that. They were going to maybe reduce their ammunition, and they just did. So Blue Horrors, get another nerf. Gate of Tzeentch starts with a 60-second cooldown that only counts down. Okay. All lords now have a campaign skill that punishes their troops. Okay. Multiplayer cost increased. Wand of Whimsy. Was that a problem? Was Wand of Whimsy a problem? I didn't know. Okay, alright. It seems like a random nerf. Blue Horror is getting nerfed again. That's okay. Gate of Tzeentch now starts a 60-second cooldown. I like that they're trying to be thematic, but I just think the thematics that they chose are stupid. Personally. Blue Horrors, you're getting to the point where you're nerfing them so much that they'll all of a sudden be useless. Because Tzeentch's winning combo is Spawn and Forsaken. It's not really Blue Horrors. Blue Horrors are still good, but now they're 500 gold and 4 ammunition. You could go 200 more gold for 20 ammunition. Worse melee stats, but Blue Horrors are also pretty bad in melee. Like, they're okay in melee due to their massive health pools, but pinks are roughly equivalent, and they have way more ammo. So I worry they're over-nerfing blues. Like, blues were strong, but Tzeentch's roster isn't strong because of blues. Tzeentch's roster is strong because of Forsaken, Chaos Spawn combos, and then Tzeentch actually having a diverse roster with diverse options, whereas Khorne is going to walk at you. Whether he's going to walk at you with Chaos Spawn or what, and Chaos Warriors, or he's going to walk at you with Bloodletters, he's going to walk at you. Nurgle's going to blob on you. Whether he's going to blob on you with a Mortis Engine and a bunch of infantry, or a Mortis Engine and a bunch of single entities, is what you're up to. But Tzeentch is strong in the meta because they have options, not because their units are particularly great. So I worry the Blue Horrors are going to get bad. TLDR, it sucks, I guess. Yeah. I'll get to the campaign in a second. I gotta catch up on chat. Polyander, is there a point in doing much unit balancing if they're close to racing the Immortal Empires with all the other factions? You might have a point there, but it's like, my problem with it is that they're taking the units in the opposite direction of what a lot of people wanted, so meh. VP was never nerfed for a while, so I got annoyed about the complaints that lifted the faction up and broke its back. Yeah. Anyway. General updates. Fixed an issue where non-chaos factions will start new campaigns at war by default with nearby demon factions, such as playing with Miao Ying or Sorthro's Watchers. I mean, shouldn't I be at war with demons? Like, I don't know of a lot of demons that are willing to just, like, come up and handshake Miao Ying and be like, hey, buddy. Anyway. Realm of Chaos fixed an issue with area factions continue to interact with subset of rifts after the faction already won the game. Changes have been made to counteract the need to proactively camp the Forge of Souls once an AI collected Forge of Souls and teleports the Forge of Souls. When an AI teleports the Forge of Souls, players will now be prompted to teleport and confront them. Okay, cool. That's smart. Several changes have been made. Prevent the Kurgan Warband armies continually spawning. Interesting. Tzeentch's realm, sigils are now revealed upon entering and exiting a teleport locus. Action points are no longer removed when players interact with the point of interest. AF actions can now teleport 8 times before they... Whatever. Great. Bellacore final thing, whatever, who cares. Frozen Falls fix several issues with result in battle being lost despite slaying all the mages. Okay, that's probably good. Battles. Oh, God. How much longer do we have? Not a lot. Great. Damage dealt to buildings. Don't care. Fix the bug that prevented army abilities from using the current winds of magic and magic reserve levels. This also addressed an issue with Arcane Surge. So Arcane Surge might work now. I don't know. I'll have to test it later. Towers. Don't care. Fix the terrain bug which prevented certain towers from firing. Don't care. Articulated vehicle movements. Chariots and artillery pieces to avoid sudden deaths or areas would float units through the terrain with a range of elevations. Alright, hopefully that means they won't die going down the rice paddies anymore. AI armies no longer disregard enemy units in melee when retreating from an ambush battle. You can retreat from an ambush battle? I didn't know that. I had heard this cool new mechanic coming with Warhammer 3 where if you got ambushed, you could make it out to the far side and push through. But I have never seen that mechanic in campaign because it just never fucking appears. Every ambush battle is just a fight to the death. Domination battles. We've heard your feedback on Domination's comeback mechanic. Before moving the mechanic completely, they wanted to experiment with a few iterations of the economy and the live setting to help us better understand how the game plays and evolves the different economic setups. Ultimately, we concluded and agreed that rewarding the losing side based on victory tickets isn't the right way to go about offsetting snowball effects. For now, we will monitor what happens with the game mode in its most natural form. Please keep the feedback coming. As we said, getting this mode right will be an iterative process. Additionally, we've added further reinforcement points on the Battle for Itza map, which give the defending players some options to regain their starting area in the event that they're rushed down the middle. Removed the comeback mechanic from Domination game mode. So it's gone. Which, I mentioned this in my Domination rant video, but without the comeback mechanic, it feels like this is just going to snowball immediately. Like, whoever wins the first engagement will just win the game, it feels like. But with the comeback mechanic, you're incentivized not to fight. So it feels like lose-lose, but we'll see how it goes. Fixed a bug that could prevent the multiplayer game list from refreshing. Updated the reinforcement lines in Black Fortress Greenskin settlement map to prevent attacker from spawning within the settlement. Okay. Looking forwards, this is stuff that is no longer, it's not in the patch. We wanted to highlight a few oft-request projects that we're still working on in the future. We don't know an exact date we'll land the game. HUD color options are eventually coming. Settlement Battle Fatigue. Settlement Battle Fatigue is coming. Yes, it's already here. One point of feedback, we're looking to address the overwhelming Whelmer of some of the... Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so there's still too many settlement battles. They'll fix it eventually. Originally announced in the 1.3 preview, an important change we intended to make in 1.3 involved granting units +9 melee defense upon activating ability. Unfortunately, this particular tweak didn't make it into this release, so we'll be ensuring it's added in Update 2.0. Yay! 9+ melee defense for Cathay units is coming. 2 questions about that. 1, how was that hard to implement? Don't you just press a button? Like, just curious. If I'm not a programmer, it feels like you just press a button, give them +9 melee defense if they're ever in formation attack. Okay? I digress. It worked for Lance formation for Bretonia. Don't know why this isn't working. 2, stop it. Stop making Cathay infantry better at holding. That's not their point. That's not their purpose. They're already too good at holding. But domination mode, Cathay sucks. Yeah, Cathay sucks because they're too slow, not because their infantry can't hold. Their infantry can't kill anything. Their infantry can hold forever. Based on their cost, you might be like, well, peasant long spears lose to chaos warriors. Yeah, chaos warriors cost over twice as much as a fucking peasant long spear does. They hold for their price point already incredibly well. They don't kill anything, but it's not the faction's point. Stop making them tankier. They don't need to be tankier. What does Cathay need? They need options. They need better cavalry units. They need more cavalry options. They need more flying options. They need better lord choices for melee combat lords outside of the fucking dragon lords. They need more hero options, maybe a melee hero option. They need better monsters rather than just the Terracotta Sentinels, which I hate and are very stupid. They're unbreakable and annoying to fight against and to fight with because they're too random. They're too RNG reliant. They're shit. They're shit-ass units. They need more support units. They need the Wujing War Compasses not to just instantly delete everything on the battlefield. You took them from being a shit unit to an overpowered god unit. I don't know what's wrong with you. Like, all this stuff, and Cia just looks at Cathay and goes, Their infantry need to hold longer. No, they don't! No, they don't! Cathay's only active playstyle is a fucking box. And if you want the box to get worse, make their infantry better, which you did in this patch, and you say, don't worry, we guarantee we'll make their infantry better in the next patch. More boxes from Cathay. Okay. But Human Boy, why if Cathay is so good, if Cathay box so good, domination mode, they need buffs. What is the point of the buffs? Bear with me here. What is the point of the buffs? What is happening to Cathay infantry once they get to the point? Peasant long spears will fuck up ogres, so let's disregard ogres in reality, but let's talk about thematically. Thematically, you are sprinting peasants into ogres, demons, cursed fly-rotting corpses that are kept alive by disease magic that spit plague upon you, elite Kislevite heavily armored units, and I think that honestly covers everybody already. My point is you're shoving peasants into melee combat with a whole bunch of stuff that's better than them, and they're dying, and your update is, well, what if we make the peasants better? Why would you do that? They're doing their job. They are dying. They are dying as they are meant to. They're the cheapest unit in the game besides fucking Nurglings, alright? Like, if they were charging into Bretonnian peasants, which aren't in the game, Skaven slaves, which aren't in the game, zombies, which aren't in the game, maybe even men-at-arms from Bretonnia, which aren't in the game, and they were losing, yes, then they need buffs, but currently they are melee fighting units that are supposed to be better than them. That's entire function is to kill infantry quickly, and your announcement is, let's make the cheapest infantry in the game that already holds way too long in land battles hold even more, because reasons. I don't know what to do about the Vermin League, because it's the last tournament before playoffs is Saturday or Sunday, depending on when we want to do this Warhammer 2 Faction War thing. And this patch just made land battles a lot worse. So Ogres took a huge nerf on Stonehorns, and Cathay got a huge nerf for huge buff for boxes. So what's this tournament going to be? It's just going to be Cathay boxes. What do I do? This patch was terrible. Oh god, I'm gonna need to do a think. I'll talk to the pack masters and see what they think I should do. This patch was bad. The TLDR, it made things worse. It made things worse. The implementation of land battles into the quick battle mode was worse than not implementing land battles at all, in my opinion. The map selection for the land battles that you were given is abysmal. The rollout of the patch was bugged, so I had an awkward start to the stream, so that's not helping. Cultists took a nerf, but not in the right ways, in my opinion. The thing about Cultists is that they're foot characters that get flung around here for your viewing pleasure. Is that a movie? Yes. So, if you ever wonder why people say cultists are a problem, this is why. Particularly cultists of Nurgle for some reason. So cultists just get flung around and never die. Their problem isn't that they instantly summon things, it's that a cultist can fight a Terracotta Sentinel like you're seeing on screen and take no fucking damage for a really long time. And then when they actually get low, their leadership is so stupidly high that they just stay in the fight and they get pushed around. Now, he is taking a bunch of damage, but notice that he's been fighting a Terracotta Sentinel for, on fast forward time, about 2 minutes at this point. So I don't think the cultists were nerfed in any way that matters. All the nerfs were like, haha, their gates activate after being in combat for a while. Okay, well, they're really fucking good at being in combat for a long-ass time. That unit costs 800 gold, and I'm cycle charging it with a Flying Lord and hitting it with a Terracotta Sentinel, and it's lived for about 5 minutes in melee combat at this point. So that's not what cultists were for, that's not what cultists were good at, and I still think cultists are going to be a real fucking problem. You didn't nerf their leaderships, they're easy to break. You didn't nerf their ability to stay in combat, you didn't nerf how long it takes to kill a basic foot character. So cultists will be fine. I don't think the nerfs are going to be that big of a deal. So you didn't nerf what was strong about the cultists. You nerfed the only thing that was good about the Ogres, and sure, Double Stonehorn was not fun, but there's a reason people were playing Double Stonehorn. It's not because it's great, it's because Ogres suck. So you didn't compensate buff the Ogres. The Ogres are pretty much at the bottom of the tier pool. They're probably, along with Slaanesh, the worst land battle factions. The only things good that happened here were they said some nebulous changes about archers performing better, like firing more consistently. Which I can't quantify that change till I feel it. I don't know. Shit patch. I'm mad about it. Oh, also, you got to see there I updated my end animation to Patreon subs. Yay. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, that's how I feel. Alright, I'm going to catch up on chat and then the stream will be over. More than one way to play the heresy. True. I don't see numbers making busted campaign mechanics help instead of that, though. It could workshop or ground cauldron. OP as hell, doesn't affect PvP. They already delay stuff from this patch. Are we sure IE is coming? Maybe. I don't know. I'll trust it when I see it. Or when I get early access, which is never... I don't even get early access to patch notes. That's how I feel about that. Dorian Human Boy, AP Longbow will solve all their problems. True. Can I have an option of in-game 50%? I'll play a game or 50% the game just uninstalls itself. Games say they're balancing for Dom. They have to balance 50% for land battles now. Yes. So glad I can queue up for ranked battles 25% of the time I queue up. Exactly, Bruce Robinson. Exactly. If Bouncer Bows now is cheaper, what more do you need? Look at the bright side. Now Warhammer 2 looks better in comparison. True. Should have been Mournfang? Yeah, the Mournfang Cav could have had the ROR. Shouldn't better Ratboy setup be good for you? What do you mean? Bounce for Dom, seem to be doing, and leave land battles to rot. Sounds like I'll not buy Warhammer 3 anytime soon. Hannon, I would not. I would not buy it soon. Give the lad a like, folk rants are fun. And CH is working on the next DLC in IES, they don't care about 1.3. Yeah. But like, that's kind of the thing is, not caring about 1.3 is one thing, but actively making harmful decisions is what confuses me. Like, if they didn't care, they would phone it in, but some of these changes are actively hurtful. Like, I've ranted about land battles being implemented in the dumbass way. And I've ranted about the Cathay infantry being strong for all the wrong reasons. Like, this, like, if you're gonna do anything, why do this? Why do this? This is bad. Why do this? This is dumb. Allow team merging? Invite a friend? Oh god, there's 2v2s. Yeah, and they didn't take any feedback on the RORs. They still are just gonna release everybody gets a Cav one. But even then it's weird because it's everybody gets their most expensive Cav except for Khorne. And Khorne specifically gets the one that has anti-infantry, not the one that has anti-large. Which I would have liked the anti-large one to have a better thing. The fire damage is neat. It only actually affects like their top tier units, but whatever. Alright. I gotta get going. We have another stream in an hour and 45 minutes for the Warhammer 2 Faction War. I'll be doing that thing soon. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta go. There's a dog barking in the background because I locked her up because I had to make a video and I couldn't watch her, and Grace is working from home today. So I had to close my door before I shout a bunch. Yeah. And there's a Discord conversation I want to be a part of. So I'm leaving now. I'm leaving. Goodbye, everybody. And I hope you enjoyed this comedic adventure.